That is not the next question. That was not the next question. I was ready for the one before that.
Well, what do you value most in life?
Yes.
I scrolled too far.
I'm just like, hmm?
You should be able to just answer these off the top.
You're absolutely right, but I can't.
Today's special is Memphis Soul Stew. We sell so much of this, people wonder what we put in it. We're gonna tell you right now. Give me about a half a teacup of bass.
Ladies, fellas, and gentle thems across the galaxy, many of you have wondered, many of you have asked, and many of you have been captivated by the ever daring Baron in his ever going pursuit across the autistic universe. As this man searches for the answers through the realms of visual storytelling, photography, and videography, he instead finds himself passion, inspiration, and the pursuit of all things free. These are the inner machinations of the mind of the Baron. It's been said that Baron is a multifaceted artist, redefining the boundaries of photography and visual storytelling. With a deep rooted appreciation for the arts, music, and vintage aesthetics, their work is a testament to individuality and creative expression. Known for blending fine art with popular culture, Baron's journey is one of passion, purpose, and a relentless pursuit of inspiration. Let's take a closer look into the mind of an artist who continues to push the limits of what is possible within their craft.
You think that's good? I think that looks good. I think that looks good. I should have got the black ones instead of the green ones.
Why did you get green ones?
Because it's a really nice color. Like, I really like this green. There was
You got on
black.
this Cosmo and Wanda ain't slick ass hat microphone.
If you notice, that's been the style for like a minute.
Just making sure.
It also doesn't help that my job, it's neutral colors, is like green, tan, black, whatever. And I tried to wear my pink that I always wear, and manager was like, it's a little too pink. And I'm just like, I'll just sit in the sun a little bit.
Franco should be ashamed of that man. So, Baron, thank you for taking the time to sit down with us today.
No problem. You know, I totally didn't set this entire thing up because I'm conceited or anything.
Well, no, where would you get that impression?
Exactly. Exactly. Just the people wanted an interview with Baron.
You know, speaking of words, to describe yourself and on how you would describe yourself, you've worn many labels over the years. How would you best distill your character into 3 words?
Unpredictable.
Jamie Foxx.
For a sense of just like, I tend to not think before I say something. And so far in my 31 years, I have not really gotten in trouble with it. Um, Very laid back as well. Um, Not a lot of things bother me. I don't get angry. I don't spaz out or lose my cool. That stems out of all the anime characters that I have running around my brain. Soul Eater once said, "It's not cool to be angry, to lash out. Like, it's not something that's not cool." And I've been running with that. Anything that breaks me out of character isn't cool, and I'm a very cool person. So, and which is crazy because the next word I would describe myself is very warming.
Very unpredictable indeed.
Yeah.
Cool and warm at the same time.
Exactly. Exactly. Warming in a sense of when people come to work with me, shoot with me, just hang out around, it's very like welcoming father, like a nice dad vibe in the sense of just like chill, you're in good hands, like I'll protect you. It's just like I'm not going to judge you for who you are, what you do. I'm not going to judge you if you got 3 titties. I'm not going to judge you if you got 6 eyes. It's pretty cool to me.
You're speaking from experience in this case.
Well, from the galaxies I've traveled, yes, it's seen a lot of different body types, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Really? What do you value? What do you typically value most in life?
Freedom, love, and equality. It's freedom for people to just do whatever they want with a good moral in the sense. Like, don't, freedom to rob a bank. Don't do that. But like, freedom to be yourself, freedom to make what you want to make, be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and not be questioned. I value love because it's one of the few things that is very needed in this world today that is diminishing very fast. There's not that much love going around the world anymore. And I want it to be like a soldier of love. Isn't that what Sade said? A soldier of love, something like that. And equality, because there shouldn't be no 1%.
How do you typically handle your challenges or obstacles?
Breathing. Breathing is the ultimate way that I handle any form of obstacle or just mentally challenging, stressful, whatever. I stop, take a deep breath, a deep sigh, and just let it blow over me, and then sit and figure out the next step to work around this obstacle because shit happens in life. So much shit happens in life.
I've been told.
Yeah, you can either have a great life where very few things happen, or a very challenging life where it's just constant diarrhea of shit happening to you. But cannot, you honestly cannot give up no matter how hard life is going to get. Like there's going to be a gleamer of light for you to see, to dig for and whatnot, which is why I reference and love Gurren Lagann so much, because at the end of the day, you just got to keep digging till your drill pierces the heavens. So,
You've mentioned a few different things that you draw inspiration from. If you had to say, what would you say inspires you the most?
what inspires me the most is just generations of art, generations of music, the human body, and how it's just different. Like, back to referring to just like, scouring the galaxy and all that stuff. To me, all of the humans on this planet are aliens, basically, because we all just look different, sound different, built different, act different, this, that, and a third. If an actual alien comes from out of the water, as of recently, aliens come from the water. If it came to the planet and was looking at us, he'd be like, "Oh, okay, well, this is the human race, but everyone looks different. Like dogs, they're all dogs, but one is all golden retriever, one has spots, one has not spots. So the human body is really interesting to look at, and it's very very inspiring to just want to like photograph it to show you people, like kind of like a collection of just like these are all different body types, and you look like this, and see how artistic I made this body type. That is you. You can be artistic in a sense. Music plays a big factor in it too, because there honestly isn't a time I'm not listening to music. And the lyrics, the flow of things, their visuals for their music videos, like it all inspires me to want to like build a concept, build a world, an idea in my head to just bring to life. And then the art is just studying different eras of like art, mainly like Renaissance and uh Baroque era kind of things. It's like all these art pieces, like paintings and whatnot from back in the day, like they tell a story. A lot of work these days don't really tell a story. It's just like, oh, I just drew this portrait of something. I'm like, where's like, I need a story to this. Like, I need like three people, the lighting. Like, I want to be able to tell the day, tell the time, the season of what's going on in this painting, basically read the minds of the characters drawn in this. So these are all things that inspire me to create and be who I am.
You mentioned a moment ago this desire or need to tell a story through your work. Can you tell us a story about yourself? Can you bring us back to a moment that maybe made you realize that photography wasn't just a passion of yours, but that it may be your purpose?
It's a couple years ago, I started a project that was called Love What's Mine, and it was just a fun, cute little thing to be like, hey, all these people want to come shoot with me. Um, let's give them like a little cute little like what's the word I'm looking for? Uh boudoir type shoot. And it was just I bought a bunch of cheap picture frames, big ones, hung them up from fishing wire in my old apartment, and just had people model and pose behind it to be like, I'm physically turning you into an art piece. And then from that grew my desire to be like, yo, this is something I really want to do to make people happy and feel good of how they look and what they look. And I'm also enjoying just this is my paintbrush. This is me living out my dreams of being a painter through a camera lens. And that's when I'm like, this is my purpose, to make people feel good, to make people enjoy a moment, even if it's for like a split second of art, to take away from all the harsh reality that's going on around us right now.
Much of your work falls into two categories: your fine arts photography and your Baron Boy. The two have very distinct vibes. If they were drinks, what would they be? And how would you describe their distinct flavors?
This is a really good question. This is a great question. So Lumia, which is what I call my fine arts, so it can be well known separated from what Baron Boy is. It's French for light, being that I use like mainly one light source in my work. It would be a nice red wine with like a bit of sweetness to it. Maybe a little, maybe like an aged red wine. Something that like really cleans it. Like if you're having a steak, it's a perfect pair for a steak. Baron Boy? Whew. Baron Boy? That's a goddamn motherfucking espresso martini. That is very specifically because I was making an exclusive Baron Boy espresso martini, and it was a maple coffee flavor from a brand that I can't say because they're not sponsoring me. But it was maple coffee with tequila, and it was so good. Everyone loves it, and I think it was Bustello's espresso. So it was definitely a pick me up espresso martini, and it was really good. I have to perfect it, but Baron Boy is definitely a nice vintage espresso martini. Like once I figure out how to make it like an old school fashion kind of thing, because I don't want to call it old fashioned espresso martini. That might actually have a nice ring to it, but I'm still working on kinks out on that. But Baron Boy would be, excuse me, Baron Boy would be an espresso martini, maple flavored.
I say that every artist has their quirks. What's the strangest prop or setting that you've had to incorporate into a shoot? And what's the story behind your use of it?
So I wouldn't really call it strange. I haven't had really too many strange props, but one of the most bizarre and funnest shoots that I've ever done was it was full of honey, real sticky, icky honey. The first time that I ever shot with Sunny, um, we were recreating a concept that we both had in our Pinterest board. It was the album cover to Ohio Players' Honey, and she makes medicated honey, and I'm assuming that that's why she wanted to do it. I wanted to do it because it was just such a fire album cover. Like the glow to it, the feeling to it, like it tells like this is a sensual album. Like I'm going to enjoy this funky sensual album. That's what cover alone. And that's what the album is like. She came over. Luckily I had like a plastic tarp down, and we just MacGyvered like a sunflower type, like sticky bra nipple cover type John. And I had an afro that I had sitting. We picked it out, put it on her, and from there created one of my favorite shoots that I've ever done. And it still holds up to this day. So, honey, always have a tarp whenever you use something sticky.
So you've mentioned yourself as an individual, but you've also mentioned yourself playing more of a creative director, more of an assistant role. Do you see yourself as an artist as someone who leads from the spotlight or as someone who prefers to orchestrate from behind the scenes?
Um, Growing up, I wanted to be in the spotlight. I wanted to be that photographer, him pulling up, working with all the artists, this, that, and the third, just chilling with celebrities and whatnot. But as I've gotten older and seen how the world really works and how just icky it's been growing, I've been secluding myself more and more behind the shadows, like behind the scenes and whatnot. This whole interview is a very bold creation that I've put together to like help me be more comfortable in the light. But I've been just not wanting to be seen in a sense. Like one of my favorite rom-com films is Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. And in the movie, they're looking for a band called Where's Fluffy. And I would love to be that band in my photography, to where like I don't even exist. I'm just an AI who's really good at making art. And if you see me out in the streets, it's someone acting to be like me or something. But I want to be like how Jiraiya from Naruto was just like one of the greatest ninjas, greatest signings and whatnot. And then he just kind of just low key dipped off, made his make out paradise, gave it to the world, and just stayed a hermit. That's how I want to be. Like this nice little condo in like Brazil, a tropical area, making art, and then I post on social media or lookbook or something, or have like a secret show or do something, and then just go back into hiding and whatnot, and just every once in a while put out something for the world to be like, oh my god, wow, this is breathtaking. What does it mean? And then for years to come, they just try to figure it out. So that's the goal. That's where I want to be at in life now, to not be in the limelight anymore, even though I'm not. Like, if you see me, you see me, but like, I'm not trying to be seen.
Lastly, Josh from Camden, New Jersey asks, as many of us do, as many of us have drawn inspiration from you and your resilience and your endurance and the ever present power
Oh, stop.
that you
But
find
continue.
to spiral onwards through your own path through this galaxy. How is it that you find a way to keep turning your drill and to keep moving forward?
Well, I suffer from main protagonist syndrome. That's why I keep going, because I personally feel as though I am the person who is going to either save the world or save a mountain full of people. Either way, I have to be a symbol of hope, be a symbol of peace and justice, like Big Man All Might, to show people that someone like me who struggles with life, financial, mental, physical, just someone who was just like them, still going, still pushing, striving to keep drilling forward. Because how I see it, my drill is a drill that'll pierce the heavens. And everyone caught in that double helix of my drill, everyone who has helped me, everyone who has believed in me, I'm bringing with me to pierce the heavens. And that's what keeps me going. The people.
Well said. Well, you've heard it here first, everybody. As Baron's journey continues to unfold, the work reminds us of the beauty and individuality and the power of storytelling found through art. With a blend of nostalgia, bold creativity, and a touch of mystery, Baron proves that true artistry transcends boundaries. Whether through their fine arts photography, their Baron Boy series, or anywhere that awaits beyond, Baron's legacy is one that inspires us to see art within ourselves and in the world around us.
Recording the camera.
I wonder if I take you home, would you still be in love, baby? Because I need you tonight. Was the mic test?